It's certain that most people are looking forward to a new round of easing up of the restrictions that have been enforced for the past 2 months. But we have another few more months to go. I believe that we still need to put up with all these stringent measures to some degree. But if we listen to the Secretary General of the National Security Council, General Somsak Rungsita, today, there's a strong likelihood that we may not have to put up with all these stringent measures much longer.
Yeah, that's good news, isn't it?
That's certainly, because starting July, according to him, most of the stringent measures will be gone. Of course, the most important of all is the state of emergency. And with it, that will go with it, certainly will be the curfew, because the curfew is possible only when there's a state of emergency. So if the state of emergency goes, the curfew will also go. So that's the month of July. So, and with the absence of the state of emergency and curfew, it means that the international travel will also resume.
Yes.
So more or less in July, we can see the normality of the country once again. So that certainly is a big piece of comforting news for many people who are looking forward to a more relaxed atmosphere.
So let's take a look at the outline proposed by National Council Chief when he said the outline of easing of the lockdown, which should happen on the 1st of July. The first one is shorter curfew hours.
Yeah. This is for the month of June, which that is only a few days away. So this will be the third phase of the easing of the shutdown measures, starting of course with Kunathai just mentioned shorter curfew hours.
Yes.
And the most likely outcome will be an hour shorter, not more than that.
Yeah.
Currently, the curfew hours are between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., right? So the proposal is for the curfew hours to be shortened. Instead of ending at 4 a.m., it will end at 3 a.m.
We are not quite sure about the specific.
That's a proposal. That's a proposal from many quarters.
Yes.
So anyway, I mean, shorter in any way, in any form would be better for many people anyway. Yeah.
Okay. And the second outline is to have longer hours and more business opening for shopping malls. So that would be good news for activities that can happen in shopping malls.
Because if you go to any shopping malls now, even though they are more or less open, not all the outlets inside the malls are open, right?
Yeah.
There are still many shops in the malls that still stay closed because they don't have enough customers and they're not ready to adopt these anti-COVID-19 measures.
That's right. Like, for example, fitness center in department store cannot reopen at this moment. So we have to wait until further phase of restriction. And more sports activities will be permitted as well in the third phase of easing restrictions.
Right. Especially sports practices, I think very important because Thai athletes and sportsmen are gearing up for major events in the near future. So they need to practice, but they have not been able to do so in the past few months. So the good news for them that finally they can go back to their practices.
Yeah. And the last proposal is easing of inter-provincial travel. This one we know that the Minister of Tourism and Sports has proposed for more traveling inter-provinces.
So this is the plan for easing up the measures for June, right? Which will involve the third and the fourth phases of the relaxation of the restrictions. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, come July, things will be much brighter for most people anyway, because all the restrictions are most likely to be lifted.